Listen up, gladiators. I only have one bone. Who will be the fairest of them all? One bone.
Latte or couple.
Who you have with one?
It's not going to be mocha. It's late mocha.
Definitely not going to be mocha. I think it's latte. Latte have the hunger feet.
Yeah.
Ready, guys?
Couple knows kind of weak. So.
Ready? Fight to the death! Is it latte? I ain't got nothing more, I'm sorry. You can lick my fingers.
When you're on a holiday, you can't find the words to say all the things that come to you, and I wanna feel it too. On an island in the sun.
Alright guys, welcome back to Stuck on an Island, where I'm stuck with you but we're always smiling. Today's a day where I really don't want to vlog, to be quite honest. It's December 8th, so it's the 8th day of Christmas. My true love gave to me. I don't know where that song came from, just came from my head, just like that, I don't even know. But yeah, I was supposed to work in like half an hour, but like I had to cancel because I just had this real inclination that I really needed to check my hives. Like I really need to check the ones on the roof, because I need to see what's happening with them. The one on the roof is the strongest one, and the other one I want to split, so I want to go check that really quick. And I really don't want to take you guys, like honestly, to set up the camera and be like, hey guys, look. And that's not in the mood right now. I know. It's like, you tell us I'm gonna go vlog, but I'm not really go vlog. You remember me a time like when I was a kid, and like your mom would be, you hear the car keys rustling and shit. You're like, mommy, carry me, take me. Okay, well, when they drive out, you know, mommy's like, okay, no problem, just run for your slippers and come back. And you run for your slippers in the matter of fact, you go for your fast shoes. You run for your fast shoes. And you pick up your fast shoes and you feel the power ignite through your body like you used to say, but then you put it on and you run back to the front door fast. Mommy gone. Mommy, you give me a pill. Mommy, you give me an Advil. Mommy, you give me a tap. You should know how I'm Bex right now. Look outside now, bright and sunny day. As soon as me decide to come up as the rain start falling. Why? We just always have this bad luck. Every single, yo, it rains so much around here. I swear. Just I'm still. I don't know if I remember if I told you guys, but like when it's raining or when it's heavily windy, bees tend to get very upset. It'll be like somebody start to roof your house when it's gonna rain. That don't make no sense, right? But the same thing. You know, the rooftop open and rain is about to fall. So just so you know, papi, kind of ease up now still. I just want to show you guys what the frame grabber thing does. You see, it grabs the frame like that, so I can lift it out easily. To be quite honest, for me, this is like a really luxury item, because once I remove one frame, I don't really need it anymore. But I'll show you exactly why it's helpful. Because normally, try to put this back in, I don't like using this frame grabber, to be quite honest. I feel awkward, because that's not how I normally hold the frame. So it feels a little bit strange to me. Right here. Surprisingly today, guys, the bees are so damn calm. I don't get it. It's a good thing. Alright. So this is why I use the frame grabber. Because normally I would put the hive tool like this and then press. But over time when I do that, you realize that here is very thin. So I realize that some of my other hives, it will start breaking over time. And I don't want that. So once I can remove one with the frame grabber, then I have space to move the others really easily, so I don't really need it afterwards. So as I said, it's a luxury item, but it does help me out a lot. The girls are pretty calm today. See? I can move my fingers on top of them and it's no big deal. They're just pretty much just doing what they have to do. I know I might be saying, oh, they're so calm and stuff, and the reason why I wear a suit, I don't care about no one else, anyone else in the US who I see don't wear a suit or they don't wear gloves and stuff, is because their bees over there are very cultured, meaning that they have like Italian strains and all that stuff, and they're very domesticated, which means that they're a lot more calmer. And if you beekeep pretty well, you don't make sharp movements, then you won't get stung. Sometimes they do get stung, maybe 3, 4, 5 times or so, and after a while their body gets used to the venom and stuff. But I don't want that, because I know that after, I want to show you something. You see those bees? They're dragging, they're dragging a dead bee. I'll get back to that topic. So like, I don't want to expose myself, because it's Mother Nature. Mother Nature can switch at any moment. Because if maybe 100 bees or 200 bees sting you at once, then you know that's gonna put you in a hell of a shock and you could really die. So I'm not gonna put myself in that situation just to be like super green and all that stuff. But I was showing you just now is that the bees are dragging away dead bees because they're really hygienic. So if a bee somehow dies in front of the hive or dies in the hive or something, they will lift them up and take them out. They take away the poop, they do everything like that. Also bees, they don't tend to even die in the hive, matter of fact. They might die at the front or something, or if they get squashed or whatever, but they don't tend to die in the hive because they don't bring back sicknesses home. So that's why in the US when they have this, because if you guys don't know, there's like a rapid declination of bees. I don't want to go even talk about that today, getting the whole details of that. But the bees are dying pretty much in the US and all over the world and all that crap, right? So what they realize is that some beekeepers don't see their bees at home because the bees are dying, they get sick and they leave. They will die over mass yard or something like that. You understand? But this hive looks, it's surviving. It's not like doing like really strong. It's surviving, meaning that they would need some honey, some food, stuff like that to develop at the moment. As I said, we're going through the winter period. Even though Jamaica doesn't have winter, they still will act a little bit winterish. For example, you realize that they kill the drones during the winter season because they don't want anything just eating up the extra honey. Yeah. So I'm gonna start feeding them probably next week or so, and then by January or so, I think they start finding their own food and they'll start developing really rapidly. When I tell you like really rapidly, it's gonna be crazy. Alright guys, so now I'm over to my oldest hive. It's really old. You can see like the wood is waning. I've had this hive from maybe 2012 or 13. I don't know if this is termite or just age, but it's getting really old. I'm gonna have to change the box soon. I don't think it can survive this season, this honey season. I don't believe so, because it will get to maybe like 80 pounds of honey if they do that well anyway. And I don't think this is going to be able to survive it. I'll see though. This hive, I call it the Esther hive. If you look on here, you see SIS, because my grandmother, they call her Sissy. So I call it the Sissy Esther hive. It's my oldest hive. It's the very first hive I got. All my other hives came from this one. And look at these girls. Anyway, I'm hoping to find at least a frame of honey. I don't know, because this hive probably swarmed off a couple times on its own, because I didn't check this hive any at all in the past year and a half, apart from when I took you guys on the video. So maybe it swarmed away. When they swarm, they take all the honey. So let's see. I'll be interested to show you guys some honey today. I don't know. So you guys can see how strong this hive is. This is like wax or burr comb, whatever they call it. And they seal up every single crack. That's why you see all these little lines and seals, because they seal up all the cracks. No airspace. Normally people scrape this off and stuff, and you can put it down for wax. I'll do that later on. I'm just gonna leave it like that. For all the people who love my beekeeping vlogs, shout out to you. Shout out to y'all. Here again, you see like all the spaces. They glue everything together. And if I was coming up here more often, then it wouldn't be this glued up. But I hope this hive might perform the best. Just to tell you guys, like honestly, this is my goal for the hives. To be quite honest, I want at least 2 frames of honey from each hive. That would be 10 frames. So that's our goal, Soai Vlogs. That's what we were looking for. I can't really determine that. I can only manage the hives. And if God decides to bless it that way, then I'll be really happy. Because that could mean that I could, you know, invest back a little back into it, get more equipment, and yeah. But it's a fun hobby. I love it. Kind of hard to vlog and do this, but the funny thing about bees, they're so organized, you can almost immediately find where honey is possibly at. So for example, honey is either going to be here or here, or here or here. And if I'm not lying, I think they do it based on where the sun is, or I don't even know, some crap like that. But generally, if these two boxes were only bees and I had one box on top, the bees would put mostly honey on this top. So they're very organized, you know, they put things together in an organized way. So I'm guessing that this one might have a little bit and that one. So let's see, guys. I don't know. Let's hope and pray. Alright guys, I honestly don't know what direction this GoPro is aiming at because it doesn't have a screen. And two bees are around my head trying to be a dick. So let's see, let's take a gamble. Man, they got this really waxed up. Yeah. You realize I'm over the hive and they're not acting all crazy and stuff. Generally, when you're in the hive, you have to not really act like a bear. That's the whole deal, because like their biggest predator, I believe, is like bears and honey badgers. And bears generally tower over the hive, you know, and bears are black. I heard it's funny, or black or dark colors. I heard this funny thing that, oh, why are bee suits white? And they go, oh, because white is better. For them, it's a, you know, whatever. I don't know if they can't see white or something. I don't know. But they say that black spooks danger for them. I know, guys, that's messed up. Really messed up, but it is what it is. So right now I have on a brown suit, so I guess I'm like a brown bear. But it's just so funny how things in nature adapt to their environment. Oh shit, this is really stuck in there. What could possibly happening is that they connected the top frame to the lower frame on the bottom. I don't know. But I gotta be careful because this hive can get really antsy when it's ready. And there's a lot of soldiers in this hive. I really don't want to mess around with them too much. That's why it's good to enter your hive often, so they don't glue everything like this together. Ah, this is so tight. So this could be two things. That the frames are well glued together, also that it's heavy with honey. I don't know. The feeling is, I think it's mostly glued maybe. Oh my god. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That was kind of right, kind of wrong. Kind of right, kind of wrong. Alright. Let me show you guys this because I didn't really want to take you guys here. Show you guys nothing today. But let's take a look. You see the top part? How it's white? That's honey. It's capped over, it's white, so that's honey. Good to go. Right? The brown part's also honey. But remember when I told you before that because they walk on it, after a while it gets darker and darker and darker and darker and darker and darker. So that's what's happening with this one. So this hive is doing pretty well. Whenever the honey season comes in, you're going to have this white part going all the way down.
Next side. This framing in my hand feels like 5 pounds, like legit. Same thing as white. Yep. It's a good look. I'm gonna check the next one, but I think the next one is either gonna be like old honey or the same thing. Take a look at this, guys. I don't know how well you're gonna see, but it's glistening. The bad part about the GoPro, I can't see what y'all seeing. Try to get it at different angles for you. Maybe you can see with a different angle. But that glistening thing, that's honey, but it's not capped. So look up top. See, that's brown, that's honey, it's just not capped. So the theory is right. They normally put their honey in one section and then blah 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 blah. But anyway, guys, what I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna talk to you too much about this. I'm just gonna check through the hive, see if they need space, how well they're doing. This hive I intend to keep on my roof until the end of the summer, and then I'll split it and move it. But right now, because it's so strong, I can expect a few frames of honey from this hive, hopefully. So I don't want to move it, because when you move it, they have to relocate and readjust. I'll tell you more about that, you know, as we go along. But yeah, whatever. Alright guys, so I'm seeing quite a few nice things. Like this time they weren't so organized. I think if you look at this hive here, look at this frame here, mostly honey. On the other side is the same thing, but it's older honey, and this was from the middle. Because what could be happening now too is that they could be taking this top one to be most of their honey storage, but I don't know what's happening in the bottom. And this one seems like it's honey too. Wow, this is a good look. This is what I want to see with my hives. When you open it on top, just these, and they're flying around my head, but it's not in a really aggressive way, because normally when they get aggressive they start bumping like, but they ain't doing nothing like that, so that's good. Anyway, I was trying to show you guys when a bee stung me in the glove, but he flew off. Alright vlog, so I was right. Look at this. Look. Oh, no, please don't get angry. I'm sorry, girls. Woo. I had a big jar just now. But this, see all that? That's honey all the way through. Honey all the way through. On the other side, again, honey mostly way through. It's like 70% on this side. On this side, it's maybe like 90%. So it's pretty good. We're looking good, guys. So what I'm gonna try to arrange the honey and move it to one side, and then let them do their thing in the middle. Alright? Because that's the best place to do it. Wow guys, to be quite honest, I'm really happy with what I saw so far. I don't know what's in the lower part, but I'm gonna see that really quick. For those of you who are on my Snapchat, you'd have seen, like, I showed you guys the honey and whatever before time. If you guys want to see some stuff like beforehand, you can always add me on Snapchat and just see some stuff, you know, what's happening. So I think at the top, this hive, maybe you could say have like 4 frames of honey in total already, so that's good. But it doesn't mean like I'm gonna be like on a hoorah, because if there's not enough space, they will swarm away with that honey. So I'm gonna check the bottom part to see what's happening. So if down there is laid, then they would need a top box, but if not, then they're good. They will just move down to the bottom whenever they feel like it. Because what they do, they normally choose the part that has the best temperature for them until they need more space, and they will move down to the bottom. So normally when I had them, they always were just in the top and never in the bottom. So I'm gonna see. But they're smart bees though, never in the bottom. Guys, they're doing pretty damn well, because here, this is old honey. Like, so, oh my gosh, even down there, that's old honey. Wow, I have so much honey. Wow, so talk to me. Wow. That by far was probably the most pleasant beekeeping experience I've ever had. I went in the bottom box. You can tell generally like what's happening in there just by lifting the box to see how heavy it is, and it felt it was alright. But when I looked inside of it, there were probably at least 2 full frames of honey down the bottom, but they were old. It was old honey. So I know that like probably the year before, like last summer, you know, they had so much honey that it went down to the bottom, because generally they would only build at the top when I normally went in there. So there's probably like so much honey that they put it in the bottom last year, and then that's sounding wrong. But anyway, they put it in the lower part last year and they swarmed away because obviously I wasn't checking them. So probably this hive I could easily say has like 6 frames of honey just by itself. And this hive will do the best because it has a jump start on all of them. Jump start in terms of knowledge, it knows the entire area, and also jump start in terms of size. So it has a bigger advantage right now. So that hive I won't have to feed. As a matter of fact, if I tried to feed that hive, it wouldn't take it because it would want natural nectar. The one over there that I just checked a while ago, it does need some nectar, does need some sugar and water. The others that I have in the apiary, they do need a little bit of help. But as soon as they get to that nice size where they can fend for themselves, it's awesome. What I also say is very pleasant about this one is like, they have been really nice. The bees have been really gentle. I mean, yeah, they're flying around and making all that noise, but like they're just checking. They're just like, yo, my lord, come out of a hive. You understand? So normally when they like more Africanized, they start beating on your head, and then that becomes like really unpleasant. So this is what I'm saying. I'm okay with it. Me personally, I don't mind a bit of aggression because I scratch my GoPro. Okay. I don't mind a bit of aggression because when they have a bit of aggression, they will not let things like rats in or pests in because they will attack it immediately. I'll give you a quick FYI. Like, bees can literally cook other insects, and how they do it is like they cluster over it and they start vibrating like really rapidly, and it literally creates like a temperature inside of, I think it's over 100 degrees, and they cook it. So I mean, that's awesome. Obviously them can't cook me, there's not enough for them to actually cook me, but yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna take you guys out with a shot of them just at the front doing their thing, because they're my girls. They're protecting the gold. Guys, this is, yo, you don't even understand if you have you guys here and the experience, because you see me, normally it would just be by myself. I don't really have nobody to share it with apart from like close people. But for those of you who respect it and like it and love the information, bro. And I said I wasn't gonna vlog with y'all today, but I did. Shit, I love y'all. You know the best part about it? I didn't get stung. Might have been talking a little bit too quick, but I didn't get stung. I'm wearing these gloves, and these gloves have that cloth part. It doesn't have leather all the way through like my blue gloves, which is all the way through. So I'm vulnerable right there, so I'm a little bit scared about that. I don't know if this suit is hitting my neck back. I don't even know, but I gotta double check that and make sure that's fixed, because the biggest part about being in a hive, you want to just feel comfortable. You don't want to have to be like thinking, oh my god, you're gonna kiss me today. You don't want to be thinking about that. And the last of the information, as I said to Razor last time, like for me right now, for today, I would not go down there by myself, because the bees would literally follow me and they would just wait for me to take my clothing off to get the show on the road.
No lie.